Hello and welcome to an online course in Python programming. Now our today's learning objectives are Python input, output and import. So we will cover two functions, input function and output function, that is print function. Then commonly used Python operators which we will be requiring. For example, arithmetic operators, comparison operators, logical operators, identity operators and membership operators. Now, first of all, we will take Python output using print function. We have already seen this print function in various programs. So you already know the syntax of it. That is print, and in bracket, the string which is required. In the second print statement, we can notice that the space is added between the strings and the value of variable, that is this space. Okay, this is by default. The space character is there, but we can fill this space with some other special character as well. Okay, so what is that special character? Let us see. Now the actual syntax of the print function is print star objects comma sep, which is a separator, is equal to in single quotes. By default it is a space. Okay, you can, if you put any character over here, all the spaces will be filled by that character. Okay, then end, after ending the print function, what is to be written? That is by default it is /n, that is a \n, that is new character. Then file is equal to sys.stdout. This by default it is stdout, that means the file object will file is equal to system.stdout will print to the screen by default. You can also write this print into the file, but this by default it will print to a screen. Okay, so let us see with the help of example. So in the first print statement, it is the simple print statement. You are printing 5 integers 1 2 3 4 5, so it is well and good executed. In the second print statement, you have changed the value of default separator, that is instead of space now you are printing star character. Okay, so if you can observe, all the white spaces is replaced with the star operator. In the third example, the separator is used as hash, and end, instead of /n, the end is defined with the help of ampersand operator. Okay, now instead of putting a /n at the end, new line at the end, it will put this and character, ampersand character. Okay, so this is some varieties of the print function. Now suppose sometimes we would like to format our output to make it look very attractive. Okay, so this can be done by using str.format function or method. So for example, I am writing a code that is name is equal to Rohit, which is a string, then student ID or SID is equal to IND 2020, age, which is integer, equal to 20, and gender, which is a string, that is M. So suppose you want to display this in a neat format, so you can use format function, okay, by using a dot operator. Now how to execute this? Now I have written the print command. Now this is called as the curly brackets, that is the namespace. Okay, so what is how it will print? student with ID. Now this stands for zero index, has following details. Again backslash n, that is a new line character. Name equal to, this is having the second index 1. Age, again this is have index of 2. Then gender, this will have index of 3. Okay, now this is one entire string enclosed in a single quote. Okay, and then I have used the dot operator, and then I have written dot format. This is nothing but the string dot format. Okay, now you have to keep the placeholder for this. Now for 0, what you want is SID. Okay, for 1, that is this empty space holder, it is name. Then this is second index, then this is third index. Okay, so in the output you will get student with ID. Again, see, we have it up completed up to this. Then in this in the curly bracket, it will take the value of student ID, which is IND 2020. In the second placeholder having index of 1, it will take the name, that is has following details. Then name is equal to Rohit. Okay, then the second, this age, so it will put 20, age is equal to 20. And last, the gender, in the third placeholder it will put M, that is male. So in this way you can display your string in a neat format. This is output formatting. Now we will also see displaying this with the help of indexes. Here, if you can observe, we have kept this as blank. There is nothing written inside it. Okay, but you can give the indexes over here as well. So this explains that indexing part. So suppose in the first placeholder, so I am providing the index of 0. 0 stands for this, 1 stands for this. Okay, so what I am printing, print in single quote I love, then placeholders, and then inside it there is index 0, and second placeholder having index 1 inside it. Okay, so 0, so what it will print, I love bread, because this stands for 0, bread stands for 0. Then and second placeholder, so it is butter, so I love bread and butter. Okay, in the second print statement, the index value is changed. Now what this is 0, this is 1, so 1 stands for butter. So first I love butter is printed, and then 0, so, and then it the bread. Okay, so in this way you can change also. Okay, the sequence can be changed also. Now next we will see that is input function. Now till today's lecture we have only used the dynamic static variable, basically not static variable. We have provided the values of variable during compile time. It is hard coded, means name will have the only one value. But suppose in actual case you face a situation where you want to take input from user. Okay, so in that case this function will be helpful, that is the input function. Okay, so syntax is very simple. Input function, inside it you can give whatever message you want to pass to user. So this will be collected in this name variable. Okay, is of string type. Now I am printing entered name is name. So as soon as I run this commands, so this when this first statement runs, it will ask user with such box, a text box. So in this text box, you have to write your name or whatever your name is. So I have written my name, that is Professor Mangesh Joshi, and then it will display your output like this. Entered name is Professor Mangesh Joshi. Okay. So in this way, the input function works. So let us move on to import. Now what happens usually whenever you are doing programming? So sometimes your program grows bigger. So it is very good idea to break into smaller modules. So module is a file containing Python definitions and statements. Okay, so Python modules have a file name and end with extension .py. So extension of a file is .py. So you have to use the import keyword. We have seen the list of keywords. This is one of the keyword, that is import. So how to use this import? So for example, you suppose you want to import a math library. So you can use this import keyword and followed by the library name, import math. Okay. Now inside this math library or module, there is a definition of pi, which is a standard definition. That is pi is equal to 3.14159 and so on. So I am printing math dot pi. Yeah, that is pi. Okay. So it is displaying you this value. Now suppose now there are multiple values in this math library or module. Suppose you want only this pi value and you do not need any other information. So in that case, you can import specific variable. That is, in this case, I'm importing only pi variable. So how to import that? So you are giving from which directory you want to import. So it is from math import pi. So with this statement, it will only import pi value and then print pi. So it is displaying this value correctly. You can see both the values are same. So in this way, this import function works. Ultimately, you can import several other modules as well. Okay, so we will see that later. Now next we will move to Python operators. So there are different types of operator. Very basic is arithmetic operators, consisting of plus, subtraction, division, multiplication, mod, and floor division, and one number raised to another. Okay, so we'll directly take the example. So I have defined two variables x and y. X is assuming the value of 50, y is assuming the value of 20. Now I am printing addition of this, subtraction, multiplication, division, then the remainder of the division x modulus y, then x double slash y will give you the quotient of the division, okay, and x double star y will give you x to the power y. So all these answers are printed. It is very easy to understand. Just have to remember. Moving on to the next, that is comparison operators. Again, when you want to compare between two or more variables, you will require this comparison operators. So it either returns true value or false value. Okay. So there are number of comparator operators also, that is a greater than sign, less than sign, equals, double equals to sign, not equal to sign, greater than equal to sign, and less than equal to sign. Okay. So in this way, the examples are given over here: x greater than y, x less than y, x, both x and y are same, x is not equal to y, x is greater than equal to y, or x less than equal to y. So let us see with the help of the program all the operators. You might be knowing this earlier, but we have to revise it once again. So again the same values of x and y. So I am printing x is greater than y. So it is what it is returning. It is returning true. If x is greater than y, then it will return true value. Okay. Second statement, x is less than y. So x is not less than y. So it will return the false value. The third case, in the third case, it will compare if the two variables are same or not. So again, both variables are not same. So it is returning false. In next is check whether x is not equal to y or not. So x is not equal to y, which is true. So that's why it is returning true. Again, similar to this, it will check whether x is greater than equal to y. So yes, it is greater than equal to y. So it will display true. Again, vice versa of this, it will display false. So these are the various comparison operators which you will be requiring in data science. Now other operators are logical operators consisting of and, or, and not. So it returns the true value if both the variables or both the operands are true. Okay. It will return the true value if either of the two operands are true. Okay. And third operator is not operator. It basically returns the complement the operator. If the operand is true, then it will return false. If operand is false, it will return the true value. Okay, let us see this with the help of example. So I have assigned the value x equal to true, y equal to false. Okay, so I am printing x and y is comma, this is the string x and y. So if both x and y are true, then it will return true. But x is true and y is false, and hence the output of this combination is false. Okay. Now x or y is if either x or y is true, then it will return true. In this case, x is true, so hence it is returning the true value. In the third case, x naught is not x. Okay, so it is returning the true value. So next type of operators are identity operators. There are two types of identity operators, that is and is not. So these identity operators are used to check two values or variables are located on the same part of the memory. So it has nothing to do with the value. So it refers to the memory. Two variables that are equal does not imply they are identical. Okay. Let us see with this meaning if is operator. Okay. So it will return the true value if operands are identical, that is referred to the same object. Is not. It is true if operands are not identical. Okay. That is do not refer to the same object. Let us see with this with the help of example. In this, x1 is 15, y1 is 15, x2 is hello, which is a string, y2 is again hello, which is a string, x3 is a list, y3 is a list containing same elements. Now I am printing x is not y1. Okay, so x is not y1. Okay, so this part. Here we see that x1 and y1 are integers having the same values. Okay, so they are equal as well as identical. Okay, so what it is returning? It is returning false, means they are identical because we have used is not. Okay, then the second case, print x2 is y2, means this case. x2 and y2 both are strings. Okay, since it is returning the true value, means both the strings are identical, okay, and equal, means they are stored at the same memory location. But in the third case, x3 and y3 are containing the list. Okay, even if the contents of the list is same, okay, they are equal, but they are not identical. Why? Because whenever you are printing x3 is y3, so it is displaying false, means they are located at different memory locations, although they are equal. Okay, this is identity operator. Next is membership operators. So membership operators are only two operators are there, in and not in. So they are used to test whether a value or variable is found in a sequence. Okay, if it is found, okay, then it will display true if the variables or value is found in a sequence, and not in, it will display true if it is not found. Okay, let us say this with the help of an example. So in this example, x is a string containing hello world, y is a dictionary containing these elements. Now what I am trying to print h in x. Okay, so this in will search the h variable in this x string. You can see at the positive index 0 you are getting this capital H. Again, this is case sensitive. Okay, so you have to see for capital H only. So if it is found, then it will return true value. So you can see the output of this, it is true. Okay. In the second case, you are trying to search this hello not in X. You are searching whether it is not in X or not. Okay. So it is also returning true value. Why? Because you are searching not in. Okay. So this statement will try to search hello string in this hello world, but this H is small. So this hello is different and this capital hello is different. So that's why it is returning the true value. Similarly, the third statement, that is print 1 in y. Now it will search in y, that is a dictionary. So it will compare 1 which is integer to integer. Again it will found. So it will display the true. Okay. Now the fourth statement, that is print a in y. Okay, so it will give you false. Why? Because a is the value and not the key. This will only search for the value. Oh, sorry, it will only search for the key and not value. Okay, so that's why this statement is returning the false. I hope this is clear. So this is for today's learning. I hope you are liking the videos, and if you have not subscribed the channel, please do subscribe it and share your views with me so that I can improve as well. Till that time, happy learning.